Welcome to this week's legislative report. Inheritance taxes are at the forefront again this week. Today, the Revenue Committee sent LB 1069, the inheritance tax repeal, to the full legislature for debate. The committee offered an amendment that would not change the phased-out repeal of inheritance taxes, but would increase the jail reimbursement provisions from $35 per day to $100 per day, and limit counties' uses of visitors' promotion funds to 50% of those dollars. LB 1067 hasn't been scheduled for floor debate yet, but since it's Senator Clement's priority bill, it's likely to see debate in the coming weeks. Once again, we need your help to tell your county's story to your senator. Tell them how the loss of inheritance taxes will likely lead to higher property taxes or reductions in services, or both. If your senator is an ally in our fight, don't be surprised if they use your letter or email for speaking points during debate. This is a reflection of how much your input matters. If your senator is determined to eliminate inheritance taxes, tell them that we need replacement revenue for the entire amount. These funds are essential to counties, especially as we face the possibility of property tax caps. We're working on amendments that would provide some replacement revenue, but no single solution will provide equivalent revenue to all counties. Thanks once again for all you've done and continue to do to help preserve this source of funding for counties. Two other measures to provide funding to counties were discussed this week. The legislature advanced LB 685, which would impose a 5% tax on skill games. 40% of the tax would go to the Property Tax Credit Cash Fund, and 25% would go to the county where the device is located. If the device is located in a city or village, half of that would go to the city. The Government, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee heard LR 287CA, which is a proposed constitutional amendment to require the state to compensate political subdivisions when the legislature reduces or eliminates a locally imposed source of revenue. The funding would be based on the 5-year average of receipts from the revenue source. As a constitutional amendment, if it's passed by the legislature, the question would be presented to voters at the November 2024 general election. Committees also heard bills to shorten the time for early voting, transfer broadband funding programs from the Public Service Commission to the State Broadband Office, and provide property tax exemptions for rent-restricted housing. The legislature advanced a number of bills from the second round of debate, including updated procedures for giving notice to political subdivisions of tax refunds, appropriating funding for riparian weed management, and authorizing counties to pay for bridge projects after the project is completed.